Who speaks correct English? We all speak English in America, don't we? But aren't there some people out there that just talk funny?
Who do you think has a funny accent?
People from New York or Philadelphia, that's and Virginia, especially our grandkids in Virginia, and they have that Virginia dialect. I have to live twice to catch on, to get that dialect.
Mississippi and Georgia, they had a certain way of talking that, boy, you had to have a knife to cut it, like trying to cut butter. They couldn't understand them.
People from Chicago and people from New York, upstate New York and all that, all of them have a definite accent. And they're the ones that are hard to understand.
Obviously, not everyone in America sounds the same or uses the same grammar. How we sound is a reflection of our identity and where we come from. Our language defines who we are and who we are not. Language can include and exclude people.
No, I just don't talk like Buckeyes or Detroit or stuff like that. I don't talk Southern, but I'm just a plain old hillbilly.
You can tell people from this part of Kentucky from anywhere else in the world, or I can, if you really listen to it. I thought this is the way everybody talked till I went in the Navy and everybody talked funny to me, and then I got to realizing it was me that was different than the rest of them.
It never changed growing up in the city. The best thing that ever happened to me. It really was. It's such an advantage over people. You go to a club, you start talking to a babe, and she says, "You Italian?" And she, "What makes you think that?" She says, "You talk like an Italian." I'm with three of my friends. I chew the football all day, and this, that, and the mother, and stuff like that. And the women, they eat it up. They love that. They really do. They thrive on that. And then you get a guy, right? And then right away, the guy, he says, "Wow, this kid's from the city. He's gonna pull a shank on me and cut me." And you can intimidate people with your verbal actions.
So now that we know and understand a little bit about how we talk, is there a best English or most correct English? Should everyone in America talk and write the same? Of course not. We can no more all talk the same than we can all look the same. We're all unique. English is not even the official language of the United States, although some states have decided that it is their official language. So why is everybody so concerned all the time with how we talk and write?
Every time I hear my younger brother talk, I cringe because it's fine for the area, it's fine for your family, but when you travel outside the area and travel outside the family, you're gonna have to pronounce your R's, you're gonna have to think of what you're saying, and you're gonna have to articulate. And all we could do is talk in one manner.
Well, it's not them feeling superior, it's me feeling inferior, and I hate when I feel like that. And when I speak horribly, I feel stupid, and I don't have confidence in myself, and it's holding me back. It's holding me back in a lot of things that I want to do. I want a good career and things like that, and if you don't speak well, you can't.
Let's face it, there are certain consequences for not speaking a standard dialect. For example, people may make fun of you, or you may have certain limitations in terms of the job market. So if you don't want to deal with the negatives, it may be very helpful to learn a standard dialect for certain situations. It may not be fair, but that's the way it is.
What is the point of learning standard American English in school? Do people that have what is considered a proper grammar and a standard accent have more advantages? How do we keep our individuality and our culture included in the way that we talk, and yet still have opportunities available to us in the future?
At times, I go back to my Southern dialect, at certain words, and I feel more comfortable. And then there are in other settings that I correct that.
When might you correct that?
When I'm in my professional field, more so than anything, and when I'm in my own social group and I'm more relaxed, my Southern dialect seems to come out a little bit more, and I feel more relaxed. And then they begin to call me a Southern girl, and that's my identity, and I like that.
I know that my two children now who are in suburban systems, when I hear them talk, sometimes it grates on me. Beyond, I have two sons, and one's 12, one's 15. When I hear them talk,
sometimes I say, my God, I mean, am I raising two white boys here? And I don't mean that to be negative with respect to white males, but I don't want my boys sounding like white males. And when I started listening because a couple of my cousins came over, and they said, my age, they said, what's happening with your sons, man? Why do they sound like that? And I said, sound like what?
Seems something is going on here. Are we all using some sort of code? Just like our clothes, we can change our language to suit our circumstances. Look at these kids in their prom formals. Out for a fun night at the football game? No way. Uniforms are needed for teams to tell who is on which team, and jeans and t-shirts are fine for the crowd. These boys can wear their uniforms to the pool party? Not so fast. Just like we change our clothes to suit the proper occasion, we need to change our writing to fit the audience as well. Journals, resumes, applications, school papers, even tweets and texts all require special language and formats. Standard American English is an important way to write and talk. Learning these different formats is like having more clothes in your closet, more places to go, and things you can do.